Kilpailussa mukana Ramirent. Kotikatsomon eväät tarjoaa Kotipizza.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the fourth stop of Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. This is the final 9 holes. This FPO coverage is brought to you by Natural Born Disc Golfer. Thank you for sharing this coverage with us here at Gatekeeper Media. And this commentary is brought to you by Parked Podcast. My name is Mitch Phillips. Joining me is Hayden Riccard. It's the final 9 holes, man.
How do you feel? I mean, this is what we've been leading all the way up to. We've done so many rounds, tournaments here in the Finland.
And I'm excited to see how we're going to continue on. It's not 3 strokes going into the final 9 holes.
It's
for
not
Eveliina.
over for Henna.
Definitely not. And Heidi and Jenni Karppinen battling it out as well here on the card, both sitting at +6 and not far behind. Jenni Eskelinen playing well.
And he knows she can move.
Yep, 100%. So we're going to see how this is going to finish out, but hoping that those 3 strokes between our 2 leaders gets a little bit smaller, but maybe we're going to see him run away with it. One that can start that with the out of bounds is hole 10.
Yeah, we're looking at a par 3, 351 feet downhill, just a little bit right. Going to probably play more of the forehand along the left side and skip up towards the basket. Can see the backhand because it's a little bit easier, but you want to match, and it's 351. So you're talking just outside of full range, maybe landing up circle 1 and trying to get it for a really good birdie putt.
Yeah, being downhill, that 351 comes quick. It's a good correction.
Get a little bit of roll and sit next to the basket. Oh, that is perfect.
You can't draw it up any better.
You know, great correction from round 2 because she skipped past the basket, OB. But
yeah, why skip past the basket when you can just hit it?
Yeah, just hit
so much easier.
Hit the sponsorship sign.
Yeah. Disking down to what I believe is a putter, maybe a baseline mid-range here from Karppinen. Yeah,
I like this play. This just needs to sit nicely. Just a little bit short. In her range, she has made those before, but it is a tough putt coming downhill.
Yeah, with how fast that green is behind it. Disking down to the putter as well, Henna.
See if she can match Eveliina here.
More of a direct route. This needs to straighten up a little bit.
This looks really good with the line and elevation of the bat.
Oh, and they're matching each other.
They're trying.
Yep. Henna doesn't need Eveliina to match, though. She needs to pick up some strokes.
Yeah, she definitely needs to pick some strokes up.
Putter here for Heidi as well. I like the putter play on the backhand, really just able to control it.
I think it's smoother than the mid-range.
This looks a little bit shorter out of the hand.
Just needs to drop.
Nope, I am totally wrong. That is perfect.
Deceiving.
Yeah. 3 of our players within about 15 feet. That is incredible here on 10. See if Jenni wants to run this knowing that she's losing a stroke to most of the card, if not all. She does.
Almost does it.
It's a good half bid from there, knowing she has a little bit more of an overstable putter, putting it high. If it fades, it fades. If not, sit safe. Important putt here for Henna.
Definitely take your time on this one. Good putt. Starting off the back 9 with birdie is always fantastic. And Heidi doing the same.
And that'll give Heidi solo third, a 1-stroke lead over Jenni. Some very technical holes in this back 9. Only 2 par 4s, but both of them pretty attackable. Being hole 18, definitely one that can get some teeth at the end. But a lot of this back 9 is just very technical. Lets you really figure out how good you're feeling on your lines, starting with hole 11.
Just gotta say, this is technical. It looks straight, but definitely not.
Yeah, so many things in the way here. Par 3, 279, one of the shorter holes in the course, but it just, this left to right movement is really what you're going to see. Maybe a forehand, backhand turnover putter, or even just a hyzer flip with a really broken in putter. If you can hit one of these trees in the green, usually going to kick you straight down, but the problem comes early, and then the scramble gets really, really difficult.
And Eveliina has had this one in the last 2 rounds. She's been able to get close, make a jump, step out putt. This looks good if it gets the right height. It gets a negative skip to the right.
Kick. Kicks her outside the circle.
Yeah, that's going to kick her out to the circle. And that's what those rocks and stumps can do if you don't have the height.
Those rocks and stumps can, I mean, there's a chance that she hits that rock just a little bit different and is running at the basket for an ace, but unfortunately kicks her 30 feet to the right.
I like this anhyzer flex.
Needs to hit a tree.
Maybe a little long, definitely, and a roll off the tree.
It's a 20, 30, 40-foot roll now.
This is getting to almost 50 foot.
That's going to be a layup. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, that's what the height does here. You really need to match it and just kind of throw nose down, straight downhill, where she gave it a little bit more of an anhyzer and it flexed out. Same disc from previous hole here. Good snap.
Ooh, this looks good. If you can hold right.
Oh, just right over the basket. Similar distance there.
That's going to be uphill 60 foot, maybe more. This hole reminds me of a lot of holes in the northern, as we get to the later half of the tour.
Yeah, the East Coast, ton of trees. But the Finnish forest here is just, it just hits different. Like the amount of roots, I mean, we talked about it in previous rounds.
It's different, yeah. Nice pun there.
Yeah, it does, because it hits a lot of trees. But very similar to a Delaware, I feel like.
For sure.
And where the roots,
Delaware,
the rocks,
Vermont, Maine.
Yeah, so brutal.
All those areas.
But it really is. I mean, it's a beautiful forest here. Totally different kinds of trees here.
But it's common. I mean,
able to see.
Oh my gosh! I mean, every course here, you get off the fairway, into the woods, and it is tough.
Yeah. From range.
It's such a tough putt uphill.
It's good height, good line, just a little bit more. I mean, similar range here from Henna. Let's see if she can maybe drop one in.
I'd love to see it.
Just a little bit right.
Yeah, just off just a little bit at the right height.
Interested to see.
And Jenni's in a good spot to go for the birdie, just a little bit behind this tree. Good kick from the tree.
Yep.
Sitting her down right next to the basket.
Yeah, it does kick her all the way outside the circle from being 2 feet away, and now, off the top. That's just worst case for Eveliina. I mean, kicking so far away. I mean, isn't going to lose any strokes. Doesn't look like. Maybe a lot of pars here if she can connect with this one.
Look at this footing. She's level with the basket. Should be. Oh my gosh!
Just didn't get her full stroke. Kind of a short arm there. Going to be losing.
She didn't use much of her legs there.
Yeah, that's what's difficult with the straddle putt, is being able to connect all that timing together.
Great par from Jenni. It's going to be a bogey for Eveliina.
Back down to 3. Sorry, to 2.
So we go to hole 12, par 4, 725 feet. Massive shot off the tee. And I want to push all the way right, hyzer flip over the right side, push the OB just a little bit, and land as you get to the mouth of this green. We've seen some big shots here, and we've seen also some that have leaked into the woods left, but still able to carve birdies. I think you see Heidi and Eveliina and Henna go for big shots here, pushing as best as they can.
Yeah, with how difficult
the wind's going to play, though.
Right. It really comes down to what the wind's doing once you get down there. But off this tee, get a little bit of stretching in and then just absolutely push so hard. And the hole, I mean, the flow,
This looks straighter than her last ones, but let's see if it can check up before the woods.
Oh, my.
What is that skip? Did you see how far she got in there?
Yeah, she's incredibly far down the hill, but almost catching a rock or something. That's the furthest drive we've seen for sure.
That skip was massive.
Yeah, Heidi kind of getting a wind read. Maybe need to put a little bit further right.
She does. It's a little bit more flip up. Maybe playing a little bit more safer.
Yeah, knowing
Center
that
cut.
40, 50 feet is not going to make too much of a difference on the approach.
Just going to make the approach a no-brainer. Hyzer into the green. See if Jenni can get this into a good spot as well. She's just one behind Heidi.
This looks great.
Gets the skip and a little bit of the roll.
And just absolutely
right next to Heidi.
Matching. I mean, you got one stroke between Heidi and Jenni, one stroke between Eveliina and Henna. This is what we want. Final 9, round 3. I mean, this is exactly what you're here for. Eveliina needing to match the rest of the card.
It'd be boring if it wasn't a match play.
It's true. But we're actually looking at a huge drive here from Eveliina as well.
This needs to skip left.
And that's enormous.
It's a great shot.
30, 40 feet further. And on the right side, more direct shot at it. Able to open up the forehand into it if she wants to.
She's probably going to throw a putter.
Mm-hmm.
She's great with that forehand putter.
Yep.
I wonder if she goes to that.
And Heidi being able to have a little bit of an advantage getting to watch Jenni here.
This is
very high.
Nice guys are just needs to sit inside and not roll.
And it does roll.
Gets the kick.
Yeah.
That's going to be come back for her par from down there.
It circles edge as well. Uphill putt. It's a nervy one. I mean, now seeing that happen, Heidi trying to put it close.
She makes the correction.
I like this understable putter on a hyzer, knowing you're going to kind of flip up a little more.
Dig.
Yep. Really good disc selection there out of Laine.
Backhand with the putter. She's done this every round. Skip up just a little bit. Right next to the basket.
Easy.
Making it easy for this birdies.
Yep.
See if Henna can get one close as well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she went as deep as we had thought.
It looked like it did, but maybe it kicked back off the tree.
Yeah, she has a full stroke here, which is good.
Good window, get a skip.
But you see how far she made it down there. I mean, that was a 600-foot drive.
I mean, she's, what, 80, 90 feet?
Yeah.
You can see where the OB line is, comes in the backside. I mean, that's super close.
Yeah, if she would have been 20, 30 feet further, I mean, she's not. She's going to be out of bounds, but taking her spot in.
This is going to be a tester for her par.
Big momentum shift if she can hold on to this. Oh, just left.
That was so close, and you know she wanted that.
Yep, and that's going to be losing 2 to Heidi most likely. So be the bogey here.
It's not over yet.
No, definitely not. But we've seen what Heidi Laine can do with a little bit of a lead, though. She gets going and gets that confidence.
Yes. Especially on these touchy holes. Putting is going to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Good birdie.
Mainly because a lot of these holes, you're getting inside the circle is a huge feat.
Oh.
So if you can be getting that putter going this midway through the round in that, 20 to 30
you only
range.
have one more par 4.
Yep.
So distance is not really all there. There's a couple par 3s that do have these distance, but we're going to make our way back into the woods here.
Yep. Back to even on the round, keeping that 2-stroke lead. Hole 13, par 3, 276 feet, immediately needing to hit a gap, and then another gap, and another gap, making it through uphill, finishing left. Great heel click from our buddy. And this difficulty comes immediately off the tee. If you can hit this gap with hyzer, flip up and go straight, this hole's easy work. We've seen players put it within 2 feet. We've also seen players, if you kick early, these kicks go a long way because you are on that right to left sloping.
You see a left to right wind as well. It's not going to affect inside the gap, but just getting through. If this can skip up, this is going to be fantastic.
Yep.
And we've seen players from there make that birdie putt as a simple 20-footer.
Yep.
See if Heidi can match.
Yep, Henna kind of setting the tone of what's the card needs to do.
And you can't really see off the tee where your placement is.
No.
You got to just know, hey, I hit my gap. I'm up in distance to make a putt. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you saw that right foot slip out a little bit there for Heidi.
This may give a chance for Jenni if she can capitalize when she comes up.
She needs to. 3 back now. A little bit of a straighter approach, getting the forward skip.
Just outside circle 1.
Yep.
Hitting early. She's made the mistake before. She got further up, though, than Heidi. So we'll see what happens here, where she's able to scramble.
Yeah, on these short, sub 300-foot par 3s, you wouldn't think that scrambling would need to be a thing, but because of how tight these gaps are, it's kind of a weird thing because you're scrambling for like 180 feet. It's not like you're scrambling to have to throw this big shot.
No.
But because of how technical and how weird the footing is, all these rocks and roots.
I mean, look at the footing of this one.
Right. It's a great shot there. A little bit of a rollback,
weird kick, but should be within her range for par.
For sure.
And everybody happened to go to a patent pending standstill. Get a good skip around.
Oh,
okay. What did she roll? She hit the tree?
Yeah, I think it hit the tree and flipped it up and just continued
almost
straight.
hit the cameraman.
Now she's going to be
outside circle
with a very awkward line.
Guarded. Maybe Anheuser putt.
Going to have to be.
And Eveliina here with her birdie putt.
Just right. And that's going to open the door for Henna to really be able to pick up a stroke here. As we go to the wacky skip that Jenni had.
A little bit more. That was great kick from that tree behind the basket.
Yeah, that would have gone to a similar distance on the other side.
And if she had a little bit more Anheuser on that putt, I think it would have at least touched the basket.
Yep. Henna to pick up a stroke.
Great hold from the basket. Great putt. Pushing hard.
Yep. Back down to 1 stroke. Both of our leaders sitting at even. It's a great back 9 so far for Henna.
It's been
3 through 4. Heidi to save par.
Good par putt. Keeping her clean on this back 9 so far as well. And losing another stroke is Jenni. Gonna have to find some momentum with a couple holes left to go and some difficult holes as we go to 14.
Yeah, if you start to feel a little bit off, you're missing your lines on, starting on hole 11, you get into these woods, it's hard to come back. I mean, this course has a very interesting flow in which you really don't ever get a chance to breathe. You're either throwing a full driver shot downhill 700 feet, or you're throwing an uphill 200-foot shot. So it really is just testing all the parts of your game, but something that is continually being tested on every hole is putting. And on weird greens like
this
here on 14.
Is one you need. You got a Mando to the right, so you got to keep it left, and then you can see the flex forehand, backhand flip up with the flippy putter. really just another one that you're going to have to count on hitting some trees, getting down, or just making it all the way through and putting you pin high.
Yeah, backhand mid-range I feel like is the most common play we've seen. Just to use that glide to kind of work all the way up. But if you hit a tree early here, you're going far.
That you just need to hit your line, play clean, just make your putt at the end. It's unfortunate sometimes like this, getting early, she makes the Mando, but she's going to have to scramble with a forehand, a step-out forehand maybe, or backhand.
Yeah, I expect backhand. Her scramble usually, she has that standstill backhand on lock.
And Heidi going with a fairway driver here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe getting a little bit more turn. Got clean for a little bit. Still hitting an early tree. We've seen Eveliina hit this one 3 rounds in a row. Or 2 rounds in a row. Let's see if she can get this one.
Oh, and she does. I mean, that's absolutely parked.
There's no question that's going in.
Yep, 3 for 3 on hole 1, 3 for 3 on hole 14. Incredible stuff from Salonen.
That white fairway.
It's a mid-range, yes.
Mid-range.
Mako 3, we believe.
It's a low-profile mid-range.
Jenni going to a Saint here, the understable fairway. Oh, just a little bit early, but it takes a crazy forward kick.
It's going to be just
the exact spot she hit a putt from round 2.
Just a little bit further back, I think.
Yeah. But she knows that spot. She's hit a highlight, found the Coach Pizza slow-mo in round 2.
So we see Henna with the step out backhand. Gonna go to the turnover putter. Really try to match this and get it as close as possible.
Leaving it a little short, yeah.
It's gonna be tester. I mean, she's gonna have to make that for par to not lose another stroke. This is gonna be a jump putt from Heidi here. Good line. A little bit short, but, I mean, you're uphill. Tough footing. It's hard to make that all the way.
Mid-circle 2 here for Karppinen. Needing to find her first birdie on the back 9. Oh, just off
Almost
to the right.
gets it to her.
Yep, catching the nub, but it does stay close. That'll be a par again.
All right. Well, here's the tester for Henna.
Kicks out right. Would look to be such a great putt. Just a touch off the pole. That's going to be a 2-stroke swing with 4 to play. Hangs on for the left side for Heidi, but after going 3 through 4 on the back 9, needing to get it close and needing to not take more than that.
That's unfortunate, and she's going to have to push on these next couple holes to even gain a stroke because Eveliina now is going to take that momentum and carry it forward.
Yeah, and there's no reason for her not to be able to just push as hard as possible. With, 6 strokes in between her and third place, she really can push, and that's a great feeling. Bag on birdie. I mean, that's
it's not normal.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you can feel good about going, but as we go into hole 15, I mean, you're looking at 3 strokes. Oof.
She can do it, though.
Yeah. Par 3, 226 feet here at hole 15. Mandatory right of that tree there. And this is such a specific one. We've seen players struggle. We've seen players put it within a foot. This is so distinctive. Backhand hyzer, about as cookie cutter as it gets. Put the disc on angle. Don't put it too straight and just let the disc do the work left. Your speed and your disc selection here is so important. If you go too fast, you do this right here. Unless you miss everything and skip up to about 15 feet. That was ridiculous.
That was supposed to hit a tree.
Yeah, it should have. But that's usually what you're going to see. If you go too fast of a disc, you will fade early. But if you don't, this is what happens. Push too straight,
That
too
was
fast.
literally the same line.
Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky.
And Jenni, to put this one close, she has done this in the past.
Nice overstable mid-range from her. This looks good. Great height.
Skip.
Yeah. So good.
Should be easy birdie there.
Find her first birdie on the back nine. Henna knowing how important it is to put this close with Eveliina within 10. These are the short ones down the stretch that get really difficult.
Going higher, but gets a good kick.
Gets a great kick.
And puts her pin high with the basket going uphill.
I mean, disking up to that fairway driver, I believe, got her a best
kick you can ask for.
If she threw any other speed disc there, it wouldn't have kicked that far with the glide behind it. So, I mean, calculated, I guess.
Maybe.
That was great.
Just maybe. And see Heidi here probably going for the layup, putting it close for the par.
That's all you can really do from there.
And here's Henna putt for birdie. Great birdie.
Holding on.
Brings her back down to even for the round.
Look at this back nine. One par. Just fighting. Battling with herself, with the course. Should be a formality here.
Another great birdie. I mean, we're going to see another tap in from Eveliina here and gaining another stroke as well.
No, she's matching. They both birdie. If Eveliina can hit this. Yep.
No brainer.
We stay 2 strokes, 3 to play. I think hole 18 really is the one that's going to be the defining moment. We've seen Eveliina go out of bounds multiple times.
16's no feet either.
No, 16 is really go straight up the gut. I mean, we're going to see the drone flight here in a second, but I don't think we've seen any birdies so far at all on 16.
I don't think so either. Let's go to 16. Par 3, 361 feet. This one is playing close to probably 400 at best, all the way uphill. Putting it close is a feat itself. Trying to get on side of the hill is a feat. It is super uphill. Want to use a hyzer flip on the right side and push as far as you can.
Yeah, a hole that's playing so close to par.
I mean, you can see here, I mean, this is a great shot from Eveliina, and she's still short.
Yeah, and she's still edge of circle 2.
It's so uphill.
Yeah, if you're getting inside the circle here, I mean,
that is a smash.
That's the best drive of your life. I mean, this is huge. You see Jenni reach here for the Saint, do kind of a more control driver approach here, really matching the line. I like that decision. She'd rather just knowing she doesn't have the distance to get up there, but being able to slow the disc down, put yourself in a position to where you can guarantee good footing and guarantee a lot easier approach. Henna's going for it.
She has to. She's 3 strokes behind. And that's such a hard thing is height. I mean, you can't stress that enough on this hole.
Going to the Raider, 13-speed driver, trying to get up the hill. If there's someone that's going to climb all the way up there, it's Heidi. Just a little bit off her line.
Get a good kick out.
I mean, she had the distance.
She has a clean line to the basket, so,
yeah.
I mean...
Our first player being pin high.
Close to pin high.
That right side kind of flattens up a little bit more than the left, too. That's not a putt you're running, though. If you miss, I mean, you're rolling all the way back to the tee pad, so it's just kind of should be a lot of layups here for par. Putting it close, no fear. But this is a run.
I don't even know if that's a run necessarily, just trying to get it up that hill there.
Yeah, that's true.
Leaves it a little short. We'll have a straight-on putt.
It's a scary putt.
Almost give him a half bid there. If we had a little bit more height.
This has got to be a run.
Yeah, it definitely was.
It was the right speed, just a little bit off to the right side.
Good par putt from Heidi. You can see the smile from there. Just like, dang it, I left it short.
Yep, it's connecting. I mean, it's a great back nine here, bogey free.
2 holes.
That's what she had to do, you know, coming into this final round. She had a 1-stroke in between her and Jenni, and she's really taken control here.
She has.
In times where Jenni has gotten unlucky, had some rollaways, Heidi has, you know, had ice in her veins, been able to find a birdie. So just hats off to her and the way she's played on this back nine.
Even the front nine. I mean, she's taking advantage of the ones that she can throw distance on.
Yep. Yeah, the 2 longest holes in the front nine, she was able to get birdies on. So we move into hole 17, par 3, 256 feet. Got this kind of offset gap, right tree first, left tree second. Really important to just kind of left to right movement, even a forehand going uphill on this one. Most likely going to see backhand mid-ranges, maybe backhand fairway driver, try to just lean on the right side because that is more open than the left. This is a difficult one. Eveliina going to this Mako. She's been perfecting this shot with.
Just needs to get back left. We're going to be...
No, it doesn't. It's perfect.
Mine. Excuse that.
So good.
From there. That is a tap-in.
Yep, 3 strokes with 2 to play, and if Henna doesn't put this close, pretty much sealed it.
Ooh. It's a bag kick to the right. Maybe have an uphill open lane to the basket.
Yeah, it's pretty rare kick to kick right on an Anheuser when you're kind of moving already right. Usually you find the left side of the tree and kick you closer, but unfortunate. We're going to go to backhand mid-range here from Henna as well.
This looks really good. And puts it even closer.
When the pressure is on, I mean, Henna Blomroos can throw the most beautiful shots, turnover mid-range, climbing the hill.
Look at that flight.
2 feet higher, and she's hitting the basket, if not acing it. So good.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
By about 3 feet to Eveliina. Great shot there.
See what Heidi chooses here as we go into this hole. I mean, she doesn't need much here. She wants to play it safe.
Yep.
If need be.
It's a backhand mid-range.
A little too flippy. Gets a good kick. Yeah. Back down to the fairway. She's got 3 strokes to play around with.
Yep. Especially, I mean, last round we saw...
Wind up shot.
Completely.
She should be able to make that putt from there for par.
Yeah, it was a good spot to be. Not pushing too far right, so she's not blocked by that tree. Jenni's got to throw those in.
Great Anheuser putt.
Heidi for par. And she's been on it. I mean, inside the circle has been just full committed, just unwavering, just faith of that it's going in every time.
And a great par for Jenni there. Being able to save that one, that could have been brutal if she wasn't close.
Right, and as we finally get to the two incredible drives.
Oh my gosh. And we're on to hole 18, last hole.
3 strokes between Eveliina and Henna, 3 strokes between
18
Jenni and Heidi.
Though, has been some trouble sometimes.
We saw missed Mandos, we saw out of bounds.
Out of bounds long. Taking the double bogey last time was Eveliina.
Yep.
So let's see what this one does. I mean, 492 feet, par 4, definitely doable to get the birdie. You just have to set yourself up in the right position and play the screen correct and not go long.
Yep. This one gets quick on the green. Play's going to be usually a forehand out of the gate, trying to just work right, or even a backhand putter, just trying to put you in a good position.
You got the double Mando coming out of the woods. This is great from Eveliina, knowing that she has 3 strokes to play with.
And being able to go first, I think is such a big thing.
You think she lays up short
For sure.
and then short and then putt? Just taking the par?
Taking par here.
There's no sense to go for the birdie on this one.
Yep. And Henna has to push here. The chance that something goes wrong on the approach for Eveliina.
Just makes the correction just a little bit. Does this roll? No.
No way.
Get back in. Get back in. Ooh.
Does get back in bounds.
That's going to be a far approach.
That's like a, it's like a 375
it's
foot approach.
Almost the same distance.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the same line almost, but no trees.
Going to the putter, just making sure she gets out of the gap, nothing more.
And this one getting another roll. Oh my gosh.
Going to be playing for par there.
Whew.
And we don't have a look at the leaderboard right now, but I would assume someone's chasing Jenni. I mean,
I would assume so as well.
Yeah, getting par here or better is going to be really important to be able to hold on to that fourth. Oh, as Heidi slips out completely.
This needs to sit. Oh, thank gosh.
Hope she's okay.
Yeah, hopefully she didn't hurt herself slipping there. I think she got the front edge of the tee box.
Yeah, slipped off the front.
Just slipped off the front. Didn't see it, but good thing she is okay. It's never fun when you slip off tee pad.
No.
Yeah, this
Get a
is
look here. Yes, this is a far
long
approach.
Shot. I believe you're just going to have to play for the par approach in the safe ground.
Yeah, she's got a mid-range in the hand, not trying to bite off a ton. Yeah, that's a good play from there. Use the biggest part of the fairway.
Though.
Yeah.
And I believe, Henna, here, you're going to have to just throw a max distance driver in.
She needs to throw this in.
Go.
Got a mid-range in the hand, controlling that skip.
It's a little bit left. Yep.
Yep.
And OB, and she's going to go back pretty far.
I think she'll be just outside the circle because it did.
It came back into play.
Yeah, it made the corner, thankfully. But yeah, I mean, if it didn't make the corner, that would have been worst case. Looks like Heidi's all right, being able to smash on this fairway driver, putting it close.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Great
What a way
shot.
to finish it out. She makes that. It'll be bogey free, back 9. What a round from Heidi Laine.
What a push.
Yeah.
To know she was 1 stroke behind, able to play clean, able to take the birdies where she can, knowing her power and distance.
Yep.
And you see Eveliina here just laying up, knowing she's got this one without question. Yeah, and see, she had to go back.
No, she did. You're right. She actually didn't cross in bounds. A good call there. I thought she had crossed near the green, but man, this is needing this to sit.
Nice. Reducing the damage just a little bit.
Yep.
But knowing, I think it's just a repeatable thing. It's like, hey, you got to be more consistent with your putting to be able to take these down.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of strokes.
I know there's another tournament that we didn't get coverage of.
Yeah,
that'll be coming next. We'll see. I mean, check it out. See how she did.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe she makes the correction.
Yeah. This first and second, as we see Eveliina lay up for the win. But yeah, I mean, like you said, it's looking back on these tournaments and realizing, where did I lose the most strokes? And for Henna, it's definitely putting. For Eveliina, I feel like it may have been the approach this tournament. Her approaches were just a little bit off, and her putting wasn't necessarily off, but she wasn't putting herself in great positions.
That's what I was going to say. She wasn't putting herself in those positions where she's been before.
Right. And we're saying this being super critical commentary-wise. I mean, so many green numbers on the back.
I mean,
-7 for the tournament is phenomenal.
Oh, my gosh.
But it's just looking back on how can I correct, how can I get better. I mean, and we say that, like we said, oh, this is just low again. But, I mean, these are top players. These are top players in the world. Yeah. But when you're battling, it is such a game of minimal statistics where this is 3 strokes. I mean, going into hole 18.
Yeah.
You make 3 putts, you're a tie ball game. Mm-hmm. And you, I mean, immediately can think back to a couple putts.
I mean,
speaking of a couple putts, tapping in for birdie, -2 on the day. Yeah, round 2 and 3, phenomenal from Heidi Laine.
Yeah, if Henna was just a little bit cleaner on some of these other holes, this one especially, definitely would have been in more contention.
Yeah, she had the momentum midway through round 2, but unfortunately wasn't able to continue
so
it.
We go to the win for Eveliina.
Yep, your
Another
champion.
one in the bag.
Yep. Champion
it's
here.
Gotta feel good.
Kuopio, 4th stop, Prodigy Pro Tour. Eveliina Salonen, your winner. Really enjoyed watching Jenni Karppinen play round 2 and 3. It was just a joy to see her just battle it out. Great putter, great distance. And Heidi Laine looking to continue. Made some big pushes here. I mean, she is really cementing herself as the 3rd best player on this tour. I mean, it's no doubt Eveliina and Henna are up there.
For sure.
But when you see the consistency that Heidi Laine is building, 2022 Prodigy Pro Tour, watch out.
Definitely. As we come to the round leaderboard, Eveliina -7, making some small mistakes, but able to hold it off from Henna.
Yep.
And we go to the top 10. Jenni Karppinen able to keep the 4th place away from Eskelinen.
Yep.
And then you see Maija Lehtinen, Anna-Sofia Hypus, Olivia Kienstedt. I mean, everything is in reach for these ladies.
Yeah. It's just been, like we've said so many times, the consistency of Eveliina Salonen and Henna being so close. She gets that putter going, works on it on the offseason. It is going to be incredible to see these players come to the United States in 2022.
I'm excited.
I cannot wait. Unfortunately, like we said, we don't get to be able to see the 5th stop of Prodigy Pro Tour, but it has been an absolute blast. Thank you for coming on this ride.
Ton of fun.
Yeah. To be able to have an inside look at an at a European disc golf from an American point of view. I mean,
a lot of things I've learned. Definitely going into later commentary. And I mean, it's completely different from over here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see these players attack the Disc Golf Pro Tour. A lot of these.
I'm glad they're able to come.
Oh yeah,
I mean, from these past COVID years, being able to not come, have more competition in these fields has been a little bit drag, but
yeah, it's not been kind of weird. I mean, you haven't had your number 3 and number 4 player in the world.
Exactly.
But for us here at Gatekeeper Media, my name is Mitch Phillips.
And I'm Hayden Riccard.
And we will see you
coming soon.
It's going to be awesome. We're excited.
Yeah. Have a good one.